She tell me, Diamond, you don't give a fuck. Girl, yeah, I do. Only thing I care about is you. And money, yeah, that too. And my weed, I gotta have that too. Otherwise, you know it's only you. It's only you. Only thing I care about is you. Only you. Do you fuck with me like I fuck with you? Gave her money to go shopping, she like, nah, this shit ain't cool. Unless I can buy some more of you. You got game, baby girl, you a fool. She be like, everything I say to you is true. I'm just trying to be around you. I'm just trying to get it like you do. Running game, baby girl, you a fool. Might have to let you treat my face like a stool. I just wanna be around you. I can't wait to be around you. I just need to be around you. Can't just give her one, she need the round two. And after she could help me smoke a pound too. Both our exes was some fucking clowns too. She like my style, my flow, my sound, my bars too. I'm so in love, I need a matching tattoo. Cause I just wanna be around you. I can't wait to be around you. I just need to be around you. I'm so in love, I think I need a tattoo.
None but my real ones around me. If you ain't getting money, you can get the fuck around me. Cause the cash rules everything around me. And as a young kid coming up, they would tell me, young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get your cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get your cream. Gotta go hard for the mail. It's hard out here for a young black male. Me and my nigga got locked in a cell. Hands in cuffs and I still said a prayer. On Drew Court, putting one in the air. If the money right, then we all smoke good. Some like blunts and some niggas like wood. Me, I had my kush in the backwood. Hanging out the window when we driving down the west side. Looking like who wanted out here. Man, I gotta get some money out here. Cause these niggas hella funny out here. Looking at the road I'm on, I reminisce when I was broken on them nights like this. I wish that I would hit the lottery. And I wish a nigga would try to try me. Cause I got none but my real ones around me. If you ain't getting money, you can get the fuck around me. Cause the cash rules everything around me. And as a young kid coming up, they would tell me, young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get your cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get the cream. Young nigga get your cream. Gotta go hard for the dough. We all gon' eat, man, the squad gon' blow. When my nigga got locked by the post, I was in the A trying to get it on the road. Trying to make a living out here, let them know. You can have a job, you can still be broke. It's real fucked up, but that's how the dice roll. I'ma get it and I put that on the pit of my soul. Spend a lot of time on the east side, tricking off all your money on hoes. Could've made all your money stretch mode, but you spent all your money on pole. And you spent all your money on smoke. Niggas in the strip club going broke. Not me, I'ma straight to the dough. But I let it all go, just to have none but my real ones around me. If you ain't getting money, you can get the fuck around me. Cause the cash rules everything around me. And as a young kid coming up, they would tell me,
right now, and we
young nigga get the cream.
What's going on, everybody?
Young nigga get the cream.
Two for the price of one.
Two for the price of one. And
What's the deal?
Well, we're gonna get right into it, man, with the hottest news of the day.
Right into it.
Which I think is the hottest news of the day.
Sizzling.
Lakers declining a trade offer for Derrick Rose, all for Alex Caruso in a second round pick.
Round pick.
You're tripping.
trip, man. I know Alex Caruso is everybody's favorite. Hustles on defense, tries to make the right play, a heady basketball player. But you're talking about dynamic D Rose, who is like having a renaissance moment.
Yeah.
And you could capitalize off that.
Yeah.
And start having what Andre Iguodala had a good quote about the Lakers and Clippers. He said the Lakers do have depth, but the Clippers have firepower.
Yeah.
And the Lakers could have added some more firepower, replaced some of our depth with some firepower, and they're choosing not to do it.
And we could have done that shit adding Derrick Rose. And for me, I'm at a point now, like I texted you the other day, I told you. Now, I think it's about time to start phasing Rondo out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's starting to become a little bit repetitive with him. He does have really good moments, and those moments do seem to stand out. But a lot of the time, the guy doesn't seem to...
He gets his shot blocked all the time.
He gets in his own way. He does. And then it starts to get in the team's way. It's just...
Sloppy turnovers, trying to do too much, trying to make too fancy of passes like... Rondo.
Like, we understand you're a playmaker.
Exactly. You're a genius extraordinaire, basketball IQ up the wazoo. But please, we don't need all that.
Yeah, please. Not today. Not today, man. It's just one of those things where it's like he's taking too much control of the offense.
Yeah.
And it seems like whenever we have LeBron and AD on the court, the ball, you know where the ball's going to be at, right?
Exactly.
And when we have Rondo with them, it's like the ball's not moving between those three guys.
Yeah.
And when Rondo's on the court by himself, the ball's not moving out of Rondo's hands unless he finds someone that can score a bucket. That's what it feels like.
It's like he's passing 2 assists, not passing just to move the ball.
Exactly.
Which is not what this team needs at all. We already have 2 major focal points. You know what I'm saying? Who can make any type of decisions that they want to make. Then you have Rondo coming out there acting like it's still 2008. And doing this thing and all that, I'm like, but people are saying, wait till the playoffs. What about playoff Rondo? What about what Rondo and AD did to Portland 2 playoffs ago when they swept Portland?
And that's when Rondo had nothing to fall back on. Like he was fighting. He was playing to fucking save his NBA career.
He's in the league right now because of that. Because of that stretch he had with
and he's
AD
on the
playoffs.
Lakers right now because we have AD, and they're hoping to get that nostalgia back.
Can't do that, man. Can't be so backwards thinking. They make a lot of good forward thinking moves, and then they want to still make the old, we're a mom and pop shop. We believe in the family oriented aspect of everything. Oh, Anthony's good friends with DeMarcus and Rondo, so they're on the roster not doing really anything for us.
Yep.
Because they're cool with AD.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can understand keeping DeMarcus because you just don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea yet.
You just don't know. You've seen what he was able to do with the Warriors last year and being hurt, coming back from an injury, and being able to have a solid season playing like 20, 22 minutes, 25 minutes a game.
Exactly.
I understand why you're keeping him. But with Rondo, man, that's not someone that we should be. Are you guys surprised? Bucks 40-6. Not necessarily, man, because they got depth too.
They have depth. Yep.
I think over the last 5 years, that's one of the teams that never really lost anybody other than Brogdon.
Yeah.
That's never lost anybody. That knows how to get their young guys in, knows how to put their young guys in a position to succeed, and always adds the right veterans in that mix too.
They do. And as well coached as Budenholzer has them, remember, Budenholzer was taking Atlanta to places they didn't deserve to be. And yes, his name is funny as hell. Budenholzer is comedy.
Trey joined this bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, shit.
Oh, you already know he's about to... Him and Todd are going to find a way to get into it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have nothing to do with either of them.
But it's the East. A lot of free wins, too.
Yeah, a lot of free wins.
And then, for whatever reason, it's just the West teams are starting to have they're in a little funk, too. So that's starting to become a free win thing as well. Like, when you play the Spurs, you don't really say, like, you know what? I'm not really too worried about the Spurs. You're not really too worried about... I mean, you got to be worried about the Blazers, but you're not like... They got to rely on just really tough shots from Dame Lillard and CJ and Melo.
Think about last year when we played the Blazers, the first or second game of the season, and we knew it was an L.
Yeah.
Because the team was brand new. LeBron just came to... Now, if we played the Blazers, I'd know it's a win.
Yeah.
So that what a difference a year makes. You know what I'm saying?
And there's just a lot of those teams on the West right now where it just looks bad. I think the There's a chance an A seed is gonna go under 500.
Yeah, the A seeds right now are like 19 and 21, 18 and 22, right about now. So
I'd be more surprised if the Bucks were to make a run all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, like going undefeated or losing one game.
Oh yeah, like
that would surprise me.
Like a Shaq and Kobe run to the playoffs type thing.
If you're for real, I want to see that.
Slicing through the competition like a knife.
Yeah, I don't think they should be shopping. There was a little thing on Bleacher Report. I don't know how much stock to put into
Eric
that bitch.
Bledsoe, yeah, I seen that. I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah, why would you fuck up chemistry like that now?
Because Budenholzer likes George Hill bringing the ball up more. Wow, Memphis is the AC. Yeah, they are.
I don't think they're gonna finish with it though. I personally want the Pelicans to be in that bitch.
Yeah,
I want the Lakers and the Pelicans.
Yeah, that would be so dope. Like, I think the whole NBA world is praying to the basketball gods that we get Lakers Pelicans first round, because that would be way too turned up.
That would be amazing to see Brandon Ingram drop 30 in every loss.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know we're gonna beat him, but it will really help his profile around the league if he was
Zion.
just Zion, and so it would really help them, because for some reason when young guys do get in the playoff, it catapults them to superstar status even before they deserve it.
What if we lose?
What if we lost to the Pelicans in the first round? I would be at a loss. This would be my face the whole time.
That was the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
That's all I would do. They don't have enough talent to be in the playoffs.
I think he's talking about Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis. Yeah, I know. Like, but when you think, man, so it's like this. Like, you have like 6 teams fighting for 2 through 6, and now Oklahoma City's starting to get themselves in there where everybody has like 25, 26, 27
Are they like
wins.
the 7th seed? Or
yeah, it's all jumbo. It's all. I'll bring it up right now, because if you look at the West, it's like there's a group of teams fighting for 8th. There's a group of teams fighting for 2 through 7, and then there's the Lakers.
Yeah. There's one thing I wanted to bring up. Coach of the Year, how we were talking about that shit the other day.
Yeah.
All right. Spoelstra, I think it has to be the front runner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spoelstra has to be the front runner. But then after that, I don't know if I would even put Budenholzer. I don't know if I would put Frank Vogel, because I think fucking Billy Donovan.
Yeah, that's impressive.
What he's doing with OKC and that young ass
always
team.
What the Pacers have going on is impressive.
Low key too.
All the wins that they stack up without the talent that they are lacking is always impressive.
Yeah.
And then the Memphis coach.
Low key.
Memphis is supposed to be in we're fighting for a top pick sweepstakes. So when you think of OKC, the 7th seed, and Memphis, the 8th seed, those are 2 teams that are not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be like Sacramento and San Antonio, or Portland and San Antonio at 7 and 8. And it's OKC and Memphis, 2 teams that are supposed to be at the bottom.
So let's say the Bucks lose. Could Vogel be up there? Yeah, definitely, because the Lakers were a mess once LeBron came.
Exactly. You think of the summer we had?
Yeah.
The terrible things that people were saying about everybody that's involved with the Lakers franchise, and for Vogel to keep everything even keel. This was what we don't do in Lakerland. We're either way, way down, or we're way, way up.
Yep.
We finally have an adult in the room who's keeping everything even. No, you didn't make the right defensive rotation, LeBron. Yes, you have to be better here, AD. Yeah, we're going to play JaVale, and then we're going to play Dwight for the rest of the game if he's on. Like, he's making all the right adjustments. The only thing is he, just like Luke had, is just like a little too much respect for Rondo. He always says, like, Rondo gives us our swag. That's Vogel's thing about Rondo. And I'm like, I just hope Vogel gets off of that heel, because I know Vogel is taking more of an analytical approach than he did in Orlando or Indiana. And if you look at the analytics, Rondo is the hugest negative on the team.
Yeah.
He drags down every lineup that he's involved in. So I'm hoping, with a Collison or maybe a Derrick Rose addition, if they decide to, stop being crazy and not wanting to deal Caruso for him.
Yeah.
But
you got to trade him.
Vogel deserves a lot of credit, because some people are saying 50 wins, 6th seed. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the season, what are their guards? Their guards are so terrible. They're not going to be what people think they're going to be. No, they ended up being more what people thought they were going to be.
And that's hard to say because we have LeBron and AD. How could you do more and be
tough.
more?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So to actually achieve that, that's fucking amazing. And to also add to your point, like with people kind of already kind of writing us off, giving us that 6th seed, giving us that 5th seed, and having the Clippers, Kawhi going to the Clippers, that was just everything for everybody.
The
you know
Nuggets were supposed to be, the Jazz were supposed to be better. The Blazers were supposed to be better than us. Like, all of these teams that are supposed to be better than the Lakers are not better than the Lakers.
A lot of credit to Frank Vogel. So I wouldn't be mad if he got it. I would be a little biased and say, you know what, fuck it, he deserved it.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I wouldn't mind seeing someone else win it either.
Spoelstra, I think he deserves it the most out of everybody.
Spoelstra right now is the number 1 seed.
You went from picking 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever
wherever you pick Hero at, and now you're what you are right now. Competing for real in the East. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Miami beat Milwaukee in the playoff series. Okay. I honestly would not be that surprised. I actually, if I had to pick, you know what I'm saying, I would probably pick Miami in that series. Jeez. To be honest,
that's live.
With the athleticism they're bringing with Bam, and the backcourt with Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn. I know I'm missing some other people.
Dion Waiters. He just came back from being a...
It doesn't look like they're going to trade Dragic yet. Like, you're going to have Jimmy Butler. They're going to bring real talent at you in waves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Justice Winslow's not healthy yet. All the way. So, they're going to be they're going to have guys to throw at Giannis. And like we said last podcast when we were doing it over the phone, if Giannis isn't that guy, or you take Giannis out of his game... Chris Middleton's not deadly enough. He's not as dynamic or explosive enough. I'm not going to say Chris Middleton's not deadly. He is. But he's not as dynamic or explosive to carry that team where they need to go. And Eric Bledsoe's too small.
And I think a Justice Winslow on an Eric Bledsoe or on a Chris Middleton could take those guys out the game.
Exactly. Then you're throwing Bam and Jimmy at Giannis all day. Like
James Johnson at Giannis. Toughness.
Derrick Jones Jr.'s athleticism. Like, they have... I would pick... I low-key like Miami over every team out of the East. I would like to choose Philly. That's what I was just about to say. I would like to choose Philly because of the top-end talent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when we really talk about it, every basketball fan really knows what it really comes down to at the end of the day. Your top-end talent and your role players who don't get scared of nothing, who aren't affected by anything. The people who are going to make the shot that the superstar isn't making or that the superstar passes out to, like... Those are the type of people who are important, and I love Philly's roster. My eyes tell me this isn't a championship team.
Well, Draymond Lee was like, did you talk about the All-Star starters yet?
We did on our last episode, but we could probably touch up on it again.
Yeah, we did that on a Twitch stream. We're trying to go both platforms. Right now, we're streaming on both platforms simultaneously. I finally was able to fucking find out how to do that shit. Anyway, All-Star starters. If you want to rehash on that a little bit.
I liked your point. I liked your point about Jimmy being snubbed. And I loved your point about Brandon being snubbed.
Yeah. I mean, just because that's just a biased one. Yeah, Brandon Ingram was me being biased. Yeah. But Jimmy Butler...
He deserves to be a starter.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler deserved to be a starter. I don't think
Pascal?
Yeah. I think that was... There's just... Jimmy Butler's way too important to the Miami Heat. If Jimmy Butler's not on the Miami Heat... The Miami Heat's in the LaMelo Ball sweepstakes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And Brandon Ingram, like I said, that was just me being
proud.
Being me. But the man was dropping 25 a game, keeping this team into the fucking playoff contention when they're not supposed to be anything, especially without Zion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
and all the injuries. You know what I'm saying?
And you still see no love throughout the media.
He barely gets any attention, bro. It's insane. Yeah. I don't get it.
So
the All-Star starters, I am happy to see. Maybe Kemba shouldn't have made it. Well, when you see how good Boston's doing in their record, you know what I'm saying? You kind of have to reward that. Yeah. You do. Because even though, honestly, you should say the same thing for Miami. You see how good they're doing in their record. Jimmy should have been rewarded. Now, Trae Young is like 30-9. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't not have Trae Young on there. I think he's just too dynamic.
In the All-Star game, we grew up watching the All-Star game every year of our life. It's about the dudes who's putting up stats. Yeah. I don't know when it became about this, is your team winning? He has a bad record. T-Mac used to be on terrible teams making All-Star games. Like, some of those early Orlando Magic teams would win like 17, 18 games a year, and T-Mac starting in the All-Star game.
And one thing I can say about Kemba, man, is he's reaching those expectations that people thought they would reach with Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And sure, Jaylen Brown's finally fucking
found
being
himself.
and then Jason Tatum's a little bit better. He stepped up a little bit. But Kemba Walker runs that team. You know what I'm saying? In a way that's not like, I guess, not detrimental to the team.
Yeah.
Which is...
He brings a lot of continuity. And you would think his game is kind of similar to Kyrie. You would think a smaller guy, not a pass-first point guard, someone who's attacking from the perimeter and looking to get inside the paint and wreak havoc. But for some reason, it works with Kemba and it didn't work with Kyrie.
And you got to give props to that. Because right now, I could honestly say right now with Kemba Walker, the Celtics are in the run for or in the... fucking that same
conversation
space
for who's coming out the East.
Who's coming out the East. With Kyrie Irving, I wasn't saying that.
Yep, at all.
I would be like, you know what?
Even if they make it to with Kyrie, it's like, even if they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, they're going to get blown out and not go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, if Kemba gets them to the Eastern Conference Finals and they're fighting and Tatum's making shots and Jaylen Brown is being dynamic and, you know what I'm saying, they could have a perfect storm to where they're a factor.
So was Kyrie more selfish? I wouldn't say.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say he was more selfish.
Yeah, I wouldn't say more selfish. I would just say that his game was holding back Jaylen. I think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum could have made the leap they're making this year, last year, if it wasn't for the way that Kyrie Irving plays. Yeah. And it's not that Kyrie Irving was really just... I wouldn't think that Kyrie Irving was doing it in spite of them, but his game is just that I guess, like,
get it off the glass,
you know,
type. You know what I'm saying? Like, get yours when you get yours. I'm about to get mine.
Yeah, that's his.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's wonderful to watch. If you're a fan of basketball, you don't like watching Kyrie Irving play. There's something wrong with you because he's phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, Kyrie's fucking amazing. He's one of my favorite players. Was my favorite player up until this year, where I wasn't expecting Luka Doncic to go fucking crazy. I was always a fan.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like skill type players. I like people that can show how skilled they are. That's why I loved Kobe so much, and that's why I really didn't, get myself. I know homo. Like, I wasn't attracted to LeBron that much. Yeah. Because he, even now up until this point, his post game is still not as great.
It's not as sharp. It's not like he has the Hakeem package that Kobe went to go learn. You remember, Kobe went to Houston in an offseason and got drilled by Hakeem Olajuwon and came back with the best footwork you probably ever seen in your life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so sharp. And it's almost like Kobe attacked like a boxer. It's like counter moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the defender did, Kobe had a move to counter that. Yeah. We see every night LeBron does not have that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really take too much offense with that trainer dude saying what he said about him. You know what I'm saying? Because there was some truth to it.
Yeah.
It just sucked that it was Kuz's trainer. Yeah. But at the same time, Kawhi looked like
he wanted the smoke and LeBron didn't want no smoke with him. And it's like, let's just say that was Kobe, and like, Kobe would have loved that.
He would have guarded Kawhi. He would have
been so happy. It would have actually made him more lethal and dangerous that somebody was coming at him like that than if somebody was just guarding him regular, not talking to him, not showing him up. Let somebody show Kobe Bryant up. Yeah. Come on, like, he's coming at you now.
He'll give up a game.
Yeah, he'll give up a game. Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? You can have that. You did that, but he's coming for you. Yeah, and he's gonna leave it all out there until he can't leave it no more. Now, not everybody's built like that. It can be a detriment or whatever, but in games like that, in games like Milwaukee on TNT on Thursday, and Giannis is hitting 1,000,000 threes, on games like Christmas and opening night, those are Kobe games. And they're not LeBron type games.
Nope, because they don't know how to stop it. I wouldn't even put it up. Like, a lot of people were blaming the team for not being able to stop Giannis shooting threes or doing whatever, bad defensive schemes. Like, nah, at the end of the day, you got a matchup.
Say it.
Who's matched up on that man? Why isn't LeBron matched up on that guy at that point in time?
Exactly.
But like you said, though, Giannis hasn't had that game since.
At all, not even close.
So people think this man can shoot threes. Like, nah, man, like,
he had that hot game versus Lakers. He has not been that hot since.
So in a playoff series which is I think why he mentioned on the podcast the other day.
Yep.
They might be the most overrated team, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Exactly.
Because
I got Milwaukee as the most overrated because, come on now, you need more than one. You just need more than one.
I would say they got about 1.5 because I would put Bledsoe and Middleton together.
Yeah, it's like a half of a star.
A half of a star.
Yeah. They're going to need the rest of that team. They need that other half. You know what I'm saying?
I would say the rest of that team could possibly be that other half.
Yeah.
But when you talk about superstar players, they don't got that consistency as a true superstar player.
Especially for a 7-game series. Now, throughout the season, they're going to run people out the building.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to run people off the court all year till the end of the year. And they're going to look really good in their first-round playoff series. And they're probably going to look pretty good in their second-round playoff series. But when it comes to that, they're going to meet Miami or Philly in the conference finals, and I think it's going to be a problem for them.
I hope they get to see Philly. I want to see him overcome an obstacle like the way Kobe had to, like the way Mike had like the way LeBron had to. Giannis has yet to do that. Even with the playoff series he has under his belt already that he's won, he hasn't had that
true like mano a mano.
Like I beat the Pistons, I beat the Celtics, I beat the Kings, the Spurs. If he can
every superstar has that trajectory. Like Bron had to get through Detroit, and then honestly the Spurs and Boston and so many other teams. Kobe had Portland was there sweeping the Lakers before the Lakers started winning the championships. Utah was sweeping the Lakers. Like, it takes time, but if this guy you're about to give him his second MVP in a row. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, time is up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why when they gave him that MVP last year, which I believe should have went to James Harden because it's the regular season MVP for the best player, not the best player on the best team. Which is, I think, if he has this moment now, man, I think it warrants that MVP that he won last year. I don't know if he'll get it this year, but if he does, it'll fucking warrant the last 2 MVPs he just won. So he just needs to beat Philly. I need to see him against Philly, or maybe the Heat too.
The way they're seeded right now, he might see a Philly in the second round.
That's what I'm hoping.
Philly's like the 5th or 6th seed right now. I expect them to climb up a little bit. But yeah, he might see Philly in the second round, and they have to see Miami in the conference finals.
I'm hoping.
Those are some obstacles.
Yeah, I'm hoping in the second round he either plays Philly or Toronto or Miami, and then in the Eastern Conference Finals he plays whatever team that's out there.
Just
preferably for me, it's Miami and Philly.
Yeah,
if he can go through both of them,
now I'm impressed.
Now you're fucking.
And then possibly have to go through the LA team, one of the LA teams.
You're the fucking man.
Then it's your league. You know what I'm saying? And everybody can't say nothing to you no more.
Until then, bro, you got to give it to LeBron, to AD, to Kawhi, and fucking
KD
Kevin
if
Durant.
He was healthy. Exactly. So I love it, man. We ended up finding a lot about Steph Curry after he won his second MVP. They got swept. Not swept, but they lost after being up 3-1. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then we learned, like, okay, Steph is great, but he's not a Pantheon, Mount Rushmore, top, you know what I'm saying? Top 7, top 8, top 10 type of guy. He's probably right on the outside looking in.
He's really just the greatest shooter of all time.
Exactly.
When it comes to basketball. You're not going to put him in there with the
He's
ultimate
nowhere near the
top
greatest
5
players
greats.
of all time. Nope.
That's tough.
And we found that out after that second MVP. He went back-to-back MVPs.
And it wasn't until Kevin Durant that you actually felt dominance from the Warriors again. I don't think you would have felt dominance from the Golden State Warriors if Kevin Durant wasn't there and they still had Harrison Barnes.
Exactly. I don't think they're coming back with the Harrison Barnes team and beating LeBron and them the next year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they're going to at all. So, you needed KD, and that just showed you, like, KD's in that conversation. That's the thing that shows you. Like, people say that's a weak move, whatever, but he still showed you what pantheon, what template he's in. He's in that talk about me with the greats of all time. And he just was show. Remember, we did a podcast that day right after he got hurt. And he was amazing in those, 7-8 minutes he was out there? He's amazing.
As just a spot shooter.
This was supposed to probably be the year where it's his league and his league only. Yeah. This KD deserved to have this year. He probably would have maybe this year and maybe next year where he could have been like, okay, I know I've been second to LeBron all this time or whatever, and people didn't respect me for the Warriors thing.
It could be the Nets that are like fucking 40-6 right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It could be the Nets.
So yeah, I think I hate that KD doesn't get his time in the spotlight.
That never has, because now we're just skipping from LeBron straight to Giannis.
And he's been number 2 this whole time, and it's supposed to be his time.
Yeah,
he's supposed to have some time in the number 1 chair, and he hasn't.
It's insane to me. Like, hopefully he comes back like he's 80% of himself.
Yeah,
anything less than 80%, man, then Kyrie Irving is carrying more workload, and it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't feel right.
He's not blocking shots how he was. He just became a great rim protector and defender in Golden State.
Yeah.
But shit, I think the Lakers gonna win the championship this year. So
I do too.
I'm cool with that.
I really believe it's only gonna be the Clippers or the Lakers that win. I don't think
the East teams are really ready.
And the Clippers are starting to they're low key falling off. Like they're breaking apart at a perfect time because they can rebuild themselves back up. They still have time.
Yeah.
But I think what's happening over at
what's good, Subgraph?
Yo, what's good, bro? Thanks for tuning in, man.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Live TV, folks.
Live TV, that's what happens, man. When you just chilling, drinking.
You know what I'm saying? Just living it up. Yep. Beautiful Saturday in the city that we come from.
Yeah, man. But what are you expecting from today's game with the Lakers and Philly?
Oh.
It happened. What we talked about happened with New York and Brooklyn.
Yeah, so that exactly right where they need to be at. Now it's like you got to take care of Philly today. We're gonna watch this one together. We're not able to watch a lot of games together all the time, so this is gonna be special today. So I'm actually very excited, and you just really reminded me of it right now. Today, Ben Simmons is good today. We talking about them hoop earrings.
How are the Clippers falling off? Because you got all.
Oh, T, get out of here! That's an old man yelling at a cloud. Don't start with him. No, we're not. We're just talking about the chemistry issues, fool.
Yeah.
And he said they're gonna get back together at the perfect time. Don't.
I know.
I don't know if we can engage with that guy.
The media takes a part of the clip and they make it sound like it's something else. You can't trust the media, man.
You gotta have context, Big T. Come on, man. Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, let me just tell you,
actually, do you want to discuss it? Hop on the Discord. Let's discuss this shit.
We gotta get this guy on here, man. I wonder if he's at work.
That's funny. He took the how are the Clippers are falling. No,
he didn't care about nothing else.
Nothing else that I said after that. That's hilarious.
That's funny.
But this game, man.
Yeah, this game's about to be tight, man. Ben Simmons is playing good, bro.
Yeah, it sucks that it's not with Joel Embiid on the floor.
I know, I hate that.
It's still a win that matters.
And you need this win. We got to keep getting wins against real contenders.
And I forgot, who else are we going
Shaking
after?
my head. Tuesday, bro. Tuesday, Clippers versus Lakers. You already know.
That's tough.
Paul George hasn't been playing. So is it going to be a game without PG? What is Denver missing from getting far in the playoffs? That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question because they honestly have their superstar in Jokic.
It's just tough when your two max players don't play on the other end. Jamal Murray and Jokic just don't give you anything defensively.
And Gary Harris he used to be a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, he's just kind of like a role player. Yeah, he just kind of fits into what they do. Remember, Gary Harris is supposed to have some star potential coming out of Michigan State.
Yeah. As
a two-way shooting guard. He just doesn't. So, yeah, for Denver, it's just like when your two max players don't give you nothing on defense and Paul Millsap is your 4, it's just like they have so many good players, but just like we kind of said about Milwaukee when it comes to being dynamic at the right time, we know Jokic can come and go. Now, he could have a 40-point triple-double or he could have a 14.7 rebound, 5 assist game where he doesn't impact it that much. You know what I'm saying? So
what they're missing is really true, complete game changers. I think that's what the Bucks are missing too, because they're low-key both just as fucking deep.
And both of those teams could use somebody like Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, yeah.
Think about Denver with Montrezl Harrell instead of Paul Millsap.
You
know what I'm saying? Bringing that energy, that toughness, that that grimy athleticism that he has. I don't know how else to describe it.
And the Clippers are going to lose him next year.
They have to.
The Clippers are going to lose Montrezl Harrell next year.
Yes. And that's probably why he's stirring up the pot.
Very pretty inconsistent too. And not only that, but they started off slow. a little too slow, and only because they let Murray kind of dictate the offense instead of Jokic. And now Jokic is in his fucking groove. He's in his bag, and it just, you can tell he's low key like Shaq almost.
Yeah.
He's
has to play his way back into shape.
I'm
chilling all summer. I'm kicking it. I don't care what you guys are doing.
And if he would have happened to just stay all year at that 250 instead of being 280, 290, working down to 270, 260, the dude would be fucking amazing.
They would probably have a record that's right up there with ours instead of being that notch below. You know what I'm saying? They're still, every team in the West is at least 4 or 5 games behind the Lakers. If Jokic was, like you said, consistently on his game and came into the season at this level he is now, they're probably right up there with us record-wise. Because that's what they were last year.
That's what we expected.
Yeah. Everybody did.
We expected the Denver Nuggets to be the best team in the West because they're the only team that didn't change anything.
Didn't change nothing. Just got better. And there were young guys ascending. They had ascending talent.
Yeah.
But Michael Porter Jr. has been giving them a good, nice, like, extra layer of their team. You know what I'm saying? He's been 19 points here, 10 rebounds here, 17 points here. Like, just really getting into the groove of, like, playing in the low 20s in minutes. And he's doing some good things, so.
What sucks for them is that they're in a position where nobody's going to want to come to Denver.
Yeah, you're there too, so
you can't really get any better when it comes to like free agent additions outside of Jeremy Grant.
Yeah,
outside of like players like that.
Probably get some high end role players at the best, but as far as the dynamic player that you need, you're not gonna get them.
And what's gonna happen is I have a feeling Michael Porter is gonna get in his bag. He's gonna go ham, and that's gonna be their third guy that they completely max out. Or they might trade Murray to give that max to Michael Porter. And they're just always going to be stuck in that rut.
Just waiting for another piece. Like, but we're good. We're at the top. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we're in the middle of the pack or we're barely competing in the West. So they're probably just going to keep on running it back. But that's just so hard when your max guys, the guys you play the most, don't give you anything on defense.
They're low-key like the Mavericks and the Kings.
Yeah.
Like the Dirk Mavs and the fucking... Chris Webber Kings, yeah. They're low-key like that, where they're amazing. They're fun to watch.
Phenomenal.
Great basketball, but are they really...
When it comes down to it, for real, it's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah.
Because you got to have guys playing on both ends.
And you don't. All that depth in the world can't... If you don't have any game changers, you're not going to be able to go too far in the playoffs where... It's really that those games are determined by the game changers, those superstars.
Exactly. But, okay, and then what about when one of your best players is all defense, one of your max players is all defense, no offense, like Utah? Does that hold them back, the fact that Gobert is making damn near $30 million a year and he doesn't give you anything offensively but a little bit, no floor spacing, just putbacks and roll gravity? No, he's not dynamic on offense, but he's super dynamic on defense. How do you build a team? You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're going to have LeBron and Anthony Davis or Kawhi and Paul George, or you're going to get lucky and draft a monster from Greece. Yeah. Like, how do you really compete?
It's tough. Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's really hard.
These GMs really watered down. Like, I mean, I guess they don't because they have to secure those players.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like Gobert shouldn't be a max player. Like, Gobert should really be between 15 to like
18, like 19 million because he's defensive player of the year type.
Because Gobert is nowhere near a LeBron, Anthony Davis.
He makes right in their area of money, right in their neighborhood.
And that sucks for the Jazz.
That sucks for that.
He's not gonna win you a series.
Exactly.
But you have to do
him
it
like he is.
Yeah, but you have to do it because what else are you gonna get?
Exactly.
That's what sucks about being in a fucking city like Utah. You know what I mean? But you decided to put your team there.
Yeah, for real. Now you got to deal with the ramifications. Of where you're at and how you're gonna build.
Yeah. So I mean, Utah's in that same state, but if Donovan Mitchell can become, just a little bit more better, like they just need
a little bit more prime D Wade.
Yeah,
a little bit more prime D Wade and a little less two guard electrifying prospect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go into what you're gonna be.
Yeah, because sometimes he flirts with that line of like, fuck, he's too small. You can see it. You can feel it when he's playing defense. You can he can easily be beat. It's just.
That's one thing. I mean, it's jumping to a whole other topic, jumping to the draft, but the only thing that worries me with Anthony Edwards is that he's at that same height. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a different build because, like I say, he's a superhero of an athlete, even though Donovan is too. But Anthony Edwards is probably like if Donovan's a 9 out of 10 athletically, Anthony Edwards is probably like a 9.5. You know what I'm saying? Like he's something else. You know what I'm saying? But he's also that same size and probably going to be able to be easy to be beat on defense a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel Mitchell isn't improving. Like he's steadily being the player.
Yeah,
he is basically what he was as a rookie.
Yeah,
like he's becoming
a more consistent version of his rookie self rather than taking his game to another level. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he still needs to take that next step. Can you really win me some games?
Yeah. So you were saying last year Luka Doncic. I mean, you were saying the other day Luka Doncic should probably be MVP.
Yeah,
I agreed with it.
Luka's my pick for MVP.
And then I started thinking about last year's MVP and what could possibly happen on this year's with Giannis and Harden. And then I started thinking about Harden's numbers with the field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and shit like that. Yeah, his field goal percentage is pretty bad. So you automatically think like, damn, he's shooting 35 from the three. Not that good. Yeah. You're scoring 36 a game, but you're only shooting 43 from the field. And you're like, damn, you're not even making your twos like that, right? But that field goal percentage is combined with the 3-point percentage. So he's really shooting 53, 54% from two.
From two, yeah.
And then 35 from three. And scoring 36 points a game.
That's pretty impressive.
How do you not give someone that award if he's doing that?
I'll tell you why. It's the fucking lulls he goes in. When he's going ugly, he's going really ugly. Like he's getting like 22 points at the free throw line, and he's like 4 for 19 from everywhere else on the field. Remember I told you that stat that they shared, the stat I seen the other day, it was like he made 25 out of his last 75 threes. Like he had missed 50 threes, you know what I'm saying? Like he missed like 17 threes in the game. It's just his down times that it just looks ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's unappealing to the eyes as well because he's gonna flop in the lane. He's gonna kick his legs out. He's gonna get to the free throw line. Now when his shot is falling and he's getting to the rim at will and he's laying off nice, beautifully placed passes for Clint Capella to slam home, and his game is really on point, that's an MVP. But like he's had a really bad stretch in the last couple of weeks, right? And the percentages are just all time bad. Like if you looked at it, you'd be like, I would never give an MVP to somebody who's had 2 weeks like this, where he's made like 2 out of his last 45 threes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not MVP worthy, but because of his style of play and the system that he's in, once he's back hot, he's gonna make up for that plus more. You know what I'm saying? When he's going like 14 for 31 from the field rather than 4 for 24. You know what I'm saying? James is one of those kind of guys, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's going to make back up for it, but these last 2 weeks have been so disgusting. I know nobody else in that MVP conversation is having terrible weeks like that.
So, Draymond Leo asks, is the MVP race between Giannis, Bron, and Luka? Like, I guess on a serious note.
Yeah, like when it all boils down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so because the Rockets are, I think, sitting in like the 6th seed right now. And the Mavericks have a better record than the Rockets. So, and Luka's going crazy, even though James is averaging damn near 40.
Would you include Anthony Davis in that?
I want to, but I know it's not going to happen. I want to so bad. Like, he's who I want to win MVP, but I don't think he's a serious candidate as much as I want him to be.
I'm trying to think. Like,
I think those are the Kawhi. Does he play enough games? Is he gonna play enough games at the end of the day to win it? Because I think Kawhi's damn near like 28-8 right now.
Jimmy Butler.
Numbers aren't MVP worthy. Yeah. Impact is, numbers aren't.
I guess so. And honestly, my favorite, when I look at just the names, I just
go to Luka.
You go to Luka,
if he wins the MVP in his second season, fresh off the Rookie of the Year, we're talking about something we've never seen before, and we're gonna have to watch this very closely. It's like superstars go through that threshold where it's like you kind of remove them from their team. Yeah, where it's like they become this Of course, we associate Michael Jordan with the Bulls, but he's bigger than the Bulls. we associate LeBron with the Cavs, but he's bigger than the Cavs or the Heat or whoever he plays for. Luka's getting to that point where he's not, oh, you seen that young guy off the Mavs? No, you seen Luka? You know what I'm saying?
Luka's out there, yeah.
So he's getting to that threshold, and obviously Giannis is there because who gives a shit about the Bucks if it wasn't for him?
Yeah, true.
That's Brandon Knight and Brandon Jennings' team. If it's not for Giannis, so
damn.
Like,
remember Jabari Parker was supposed to be that guy.
Hell yeah.
Giannis ran Jabari.
Giannis
was
supposed to be Jabari's help.
Yeah.
Remember after that first season, he was supposed to be Jabari's help. That shit is wild, man.
His big man, his 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is crazy.
Fucking
the
Jabari
NBA
Parker.
Is really no boys allowed. They're gonna find out if your ass can't play.
And all I gotta say, man, is beware. Like, if Dallas can get somebody that can like really fuck with Luka, team up with him and really do some shit.
Exactly.
Not like what KP is just fucking 38 from the field.
Yeah.
30 whatever else from the 3-point range.
Too many games you look, he has 11 points and 6 rebounds and a block or 2. Like, you need more than that if you pay people the max.
Yeah.
He's the highest paid player on their team.
So they might
give it to Giannis.
30, 13, and 6, and 40 and 6 best record. That's the worst part.
That's the worst part.
The 40 and 6 best record looks so good, but at the end of the day, man, if you were to put stats up against Giannis.
Giannis.
That's funny. Giannis?
I want to start calling him that.
Giannis. If you put him against, you put Luka and Giannis side by side, bro. Put that age together.
Exactly.
And he's in the West.
In the West, doing things like we said, the Mavericks are not supposed to be where they're at.
Yeah. Outside of KP right now, how the fuck is he winning so many games? How is he 27 and whatever?
Exactly. With Tim Hardaway Jr. and
the most inefficient two guard in the league.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Jalen Brunson.
Exactly. Seth Curry. Exactly.
Who the fuck are they? Big Max Kleber.
Boban Bojanovic, who can only play 15 minutes a game.
Luka is serious, bro. That's
just lost. Willie Cauley-Stein is there now.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how that's going to work for them. It's like getting somebody who theoretically could do the Andre Drummond thing, although we know he can't do the Andre Drummond thing. But the same play style, and you get him for a second-round pick instead of having to... I don't even know if they even had the assets to trade for Andre Drummond. Because they gave up so much to the Knicks for KP.
Yeah.
So, damn, Dennis Smith Jr. Damn.
Who would have thought, bro? Coming out of NC State, we thought he'd be serious. His rookie year, he just happened to be a victim of Luka.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's crazy. Dennis Smith Jr.'s career is going pretty interesting.
Yeah, the Mavs aren't deep at all. And he's averaging close to a triple-double.
With 30 points. And solid efficiency.
A solid efficiency with a team that's just... Man.
It's his team. It's his universe.
Yeah.
He's gonna have the type of power behind him very soon where it's like, oh damn, it's Luka the GM, the coach, the president, and all this other stuff, how they say about LeBron. Now, I just don't know, does he have that type of personality where he's going to be like, yeah, I'm tired of playing with JJ Barea. Like, if you guys don't get him out of here, what does he have a roster spot for? Let's get somebody who can help me. Is he doing that type of stuff? Because you hear Trae Young is starting to do that. Starting to say, I need more help. I need this. I need that if we're really going to win. And he's so upset that they're last in the East.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's starting to speak up like, I'm the franchise. How are we going to work together?
The moment if he ever decides to do that, the moment that happens, the Mavs are in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
They are in fucking trouble. There's nobody that they're going to go out and be able to sign a pair with Luka.
Exactly.
They're going to have to...
And don't let him start to try to work his own little deals in the background and shit.
Yeah.
And end up with Laurie Markkinen.
You know what I'm saying? No, yeah, that's going to be...
You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. Because, you know, there are certain guys who can pull those type of strings, and those are the best of the best. Is this guy not becoming the best of the best? You know what I'm saying? Did Kawhi not tell the Clippers what they had to do in order for him to come there? Is Luka going to get like that one day? When he knows all the big stars before me, Magic got somebody fired. Who was that first coach they had? I don't want to butcher a name, but remember, Magic got his first coach fired. That he won a championship with. Mm-hmm. Kobe got Dale Harris fired. Shaq did all the shit Shaq does. Like, the greatest players we say this era was their era. Kobe had his era. Shaq had his era. LeBron had his era. If Luka's about to have his era, is he going to be like, yeah, all the greats before me that were like me called their own shots. Now I want to call my own shots.
You know what I think what happens? Is I think there's a conversation that happens. And I don't know with who, but somebody in the fucking league, I don't know if it's a past player or whoever, is talking to these guys as shit starts to come up with contract negotiations, teams, and things like that. And they'll be like, you know what? Hey, man, you got to start taking control of your own career. Yeah. Because right now, the organization is taking control of it. The media is running their own shit.
And if you don't win championships, you're not as great as you're supposed to be.
You got to start controlling your own narrative. Exactly. I think LeBron did that with AD. I think somebody did that with KD. Somebody did that with Kobe, which is why he wanted to go to Chicago.
Because it's like, if I don't win my own shit, I'm not going to be thought of as to be as great as I think I am.
So if someone does that to Luka...
Now, what's interesting about Luka is, unlike these other guys, Luka's had the same agents and management since he was 14. He's been a professional since he was 14. So he's coming into the game with these people. I'm sure he trusts those people way more than anybody in the NBA. Wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Like, don't you trust your team that's been with you since you were 14 and got you signed to Barcelona or whatever team you play for? And now you're in the league with these still. He's in the league with his same agents, because I remember the little behind-the-scenes things, because he couldn't speak English and they did for him. So he's been rocking with the same team all this time. Now when the fire starts hitting the fan, and let's say he gets knocked out in the first round this year, he plays Utah in the first round and loses. Next year he gets knocked out by Portland. The year after that, San Antonio knocks him out. By the time he's 24, and maybe he has an MVP on the shelf, maybe he has All-Star Game MVPs and all this, that, and the third, all NBAs, all this, all that. No rings, no playoff success. Come on now, he's going to be like...
That's tough, because it doesn't start... You don't start questioning shit
until you're like 27.
Yeah, until you really want to start making an impact.
Yeah.
And so...
it's like after that first rookie... When they extend your rookie contract, at the end of that, you start saying like, I'm going to have to get out of here or what? Because
what's going to happen is, your team that you've had since you were 14...
Yeah.
You're going to ride with them no matter what. Thick and thin. And there's going to be a time where it gets really fucking thick and it gets really thin.
Yeah.
Right? So what's going to happen
That's
is...
a good one.
The Mavs are going to do some fuck shit. They're not going to get better. And if that happens to happen, and Luka's team is not telling him what he wants to hear...
Don't let him sign a clutch.
Exactly.
I don't want to wake up one morning.
Don't let Luka tweet something and LeBron get in his DMs and say, "Yo, let's go out for dinner."
You looked up to me. You can have my same career if you want. Just get with this guy.
You didn't get $100 million from Nike when you came in.
I did, and I'll get it for you on your next deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look at what we were able to do with Anthony Davis. Look at what, like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many possibilities.
And he's such a big LeBron fan.
So many possibilities. So
the Mavericks better do everything they can to make sure that don't happen.
Yeah, don't fuck it up, Dallas.
Yeah, because he ain't from there. He's not from America.
He don't give a
shit at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just say, you know what, I'm going back to wherever the fuck.
Yeah.
Where was it? Spain?
He's from Slovenia, but he grew up in Spain.
He played in the... So I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know what, I'm going to take my talents to fucking Spain during my fucking prime to give my people over there what they want.
Exactly.
And to not have to play the last year in this fucking
Think
NBA
about it. He's the
contract
first of his kind. We've never seen this before. Yeah. People don't talk about that enough. They just say, oh, this wonder kid who puts up all these stats. No, he's really someone who's been being groomed for this since 14. Mm-hmm. Like, they found him, said, you're going to move to Spain. We're going to train you. You're going to be the best.
When's the last time that's happened? Like,
it's like soccer and tennis and golf type shit. You know what I'm saying?
The last time that's happened with someone like this at that age was LeBron James.
Exactly. It's unprecedented.
It's so meant to be for something crazy to happen.
When you get chosen.
Yeah, so it's like, Mavs, man. Hopefully you don't fuck it up. I'm rooting for you, man, because...
They're in such a good place right now. I wonder if there's anybody in that building who knows what it means when you draft a superstar.
Yeah.
And the pressure that there really is with it. I don't know if... New Orleans just went through it, so now they have another one. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans had AD. They couldn't get it right. Now they have to get it right with Zion before Zion is 2 years into his extension after his rookie deal and says, I want to move to wherever. Trade me here or there. Trade me to the Lakers. I'm not signing my next contract.
Draymond Leo said Mavs got lucky. And I don't know if I would say lucky. I just think they finally fucking flipped the switch and got serious. Because for a long-ass time, they were riding on that end of the Dirk wave, trying to compete while we still have Dirk. Let's you know what I'm saying? Like, they did their homework, and they made sure that Luka didn't end up on the Atlanta Hawks. If Luka was in Atlanta on the East, he'd be in the playoffs.
Dominating.
And the Mavs would be the team that probably never pulled the trigger on a trade.
Exactly. And when you think about it, what teams have to do and be smart about, low-key the Lakers did this when it came to D'Lo and Lonzo. Like, we have a prospect we think that's coming in that's better. Although we just drafted somebody, if we have somebody who we think fits our mold better, is going to make us better, I don't care. And that was the smartest thing that Dallas could have did. They just drafted Dennis Smith Jr. Mm-hmm. He just had a decent rookie season. He made first team all rookie over Lonzo, which I thought was stupid. And he was supposed to be, you know, all the dunks he had in his rookie season, all the good games. Remember, Stephen A. was his biggest fan. Lakers should have took Dennis Smith over Lonzo and this, that, and the third. And then it's like the Mavericks see someone, a ball handler, and they don't say, oh, we don't want to take the ball out of Dennis Smith Jr.'s hands and take this guy. No, they took him, put the ball in his hands, and now Dennis Smith Jr. is a New York Knick who doesn't play on the Knicks. Can't get minutes on the Knicks.
And that's like, again, like where
gotta be smart.
You gotta be smart. I don't think it can be luck.
Gotta be smart.
In order to do your homework, make all those choices, and to be where you're at, you have to be decisive, precise, and just knowing, like, you just gotta know what you want. And they got what they wanted, man. And I'm hyped for it. But it's 3 p.m., man. It's about to be an hour.
We gotta go.
We got a lot of shit we gotta get done today. As you know, my boy is dropping music
left
like
and
crazy,
right.
Left and right.
Bombs.
And so we do appreciate you, man. Especially you, Draymond.
Draymond Leo, you are the man, bro. You always come with the convo from the summertime when we first started. So yeah, you're that guy, bro.
Here throughout the whole episode, we appreciate you.
Yep.
Everybody else that stopped by, we appreciate you too. Hopefully, you guys like, subscribe, follow, whatever
all that.
Platform
Those
you're
Twitter's
watching
up
on.
there, man. Everything, man.
Yeah, we appreciate everything, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Don't know when the next one will be, but we'll see y'all on the next one.
We will.
And y'all have a good night.
Go Lakers.